Hi everyone, good to see you again all. I hope you all will be fine. Please check Iraq latest news updates. Following Saudi Arabia as the second largest oil producer in OPEC, Iraq said on Tuesday that it will grant 30 new oil and gas projects in its 5th plus and 6th licensing rounds. At the ADIPEC Energy Conference in the UAE capital, Abu Dhabi, an official from the Iraqi Ministry of Oil said that 16 new projects were included in the 5th plus licensing round, some of which were not granted in the 5th licensing round. 14 projects would be included in the 6th licensing phase, the Iraqi official added. The Iraqi government seeks to attract foreign and local companies to invest in oil and gas projects in Iraq through licensing rounds. TotalEnergies entered into a contractual commitment to carry out 4 large energy projects as part of a deal concluded with the Iraqi government last July. The first of the 4 projects is the use of seawater to support oil extraction operations. The second project is the Gas Growth Integrated Project (GGIP), which aims to improve Iraq's electricity supply by recovering flared gas at 3 oilfields to supply power plants, helping to reduce the country's import bill, according to Reuters. The third project is to develop the Artawi oilfield to increase its production capacity to more than 210,000 barrels per day. The fourth project is to develop a 1 gigawatt solar power plant to supply southern Iraq with electricity. On Tuesday, member of the Parliamentary Integrity Committee, Hamid al-Shiblawi, revealed the details of 3 important laws that are being legislated during the next stage. Al-Shiblawi said in an interview with the Maloma agency, the Financial Control Law and its amendments are being worked on to mature it, pointing out that, the Corruption Recovery Law, which is known to the Iraqis, where did you get this from? He added, the committee is working seriously and diligently to complete the Integrity Commission law to support oversight and executive institutions and is in the process of preparing anti-corruption legislation. Al-Shibli pointed out, there is joint coordination with the regulatory authorities in order to complete the projects and vote on them within the House of Representatives. A member of the Parliamentary Integrity Committee, Saad al-Saadi, had revealed, in a previous interview with the Al-Maluma agency, the details of 3 important laws that are being amended during the next stage. And the U.S. Energy Information Administration announced on Tuesday that Iraq's oil exports to America amounted to more than 6 million barrels during the month of last September. The administration said in a table seen by Shafaq news agency, Iraq exported 6,450 million barrels of crude oil to America during the month of last September, with an average of 215,000 barrels per day, lower than the month of August, in which Iraqi oil exports to America amounted to 7,130 million barrels, with an average 230,000 barrels per day. She added, Iraq exported crude oil to America during the first week of September at an average of 100,000 barrels per day, while it exported an average of 248,000 barrels per day in the second week, and exported an average of 233,000 barrels per day in the third week, noting that exports in the fourth week amounted to an average of 280,000 barrels per day. The U.S. Energy Information Administration stated that Iraq ranked 6th in its exports to America during the past month after Canada, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Colombia and Brazil, and ranked 2nd in the Arab world after Saudi Arabia, whose exports to America last reached 12,870,000 barrels, indicating that Canada it ranked 1st as the country that exports the most oil to America, followed by Mexico. And Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani confirmed today, Tuesday, that Iraq will remain a pillar of stability and security in the region and the world. Al-Sudani said in a statement, "On the occasion of the National Day of the Republic of Iraq, I extend to the people of our dear country, with all their components, in every place, and to all the national forces and all constitutional bodies, with the most sincere and blessed expressions of congratulations, accompanied by prayers to the Almighty God to preserve our country, dear, invincible, and lofty at all times." He added, "Iraq has always been a land radiant with the meanings of civilization for the entire world, just as it was the spot where history was made, and where humanity recorded its steps towards progress. Therefore, the emergence of the modern Iraqi state, and its accession to the League of Nations, came as a continuation of this effective and influential civilizational and cultural dynamism." The Prime Minister stated, "On its National Day, Iraq will remain a pillar of stability, security and prosperity in the region and the world, and a bridge where civilizations and cultures converge. Iraqis will remain skilled makers of peace and tranquility, and staunch fighters against darkness and backwardness, and in this sense, we will continue to work to make Iraq it is the goal, and the goal, it takes precedence over every consideration, and it rises above every necessity. Thanks, take care.